and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to make a peach rhubarb crumble. I just want to show you what my actual tree looks like in my front yard. That's my son cutting it up for me. The first thing we're going to do is get our peaches ready. You could use frozen peaches, but fresh always works better and tastes better. So I happened to be at the store and found some really beautiful peaches that I could even smell through my mask. So while you are trying to get your water and bringing it up to a boil, you just want to score the ends of your peaches. The idea is that we are going to place them in the boiling water, and it's going to help us skin the peaches. If you are really good with your knife and knife skills, and you can just peel them with your paring knife or whatever, you can just do it that way, or just try to use your peeler. And there is my rhubarb. I actually have fresh rhubarb that grows in my front yard every summer, and so today I thought I would bring you a peach rhubarb crumble. Originally I was going to try strawberries, but lately the strawberries in our grocery stores have not been looking great. And the other day when I went to the grocery store with my son, we just smelled the fresh peaches and I was like, wow, that really smells good. So I was like, you know what, we're going to just do a peach rhubarb crumble. And that evening I was sitting there with my husband and I was like, oh, we need dessert. So I decided that was the night I was going to make it. Of course, I had my husband go out there and pick us some. So you just want to, if you get fresh rhubarb, to just peel the outside parts of it. You could leave it alone, but then it makes it more, it's like celery. It has that kind of stringiness to it. So you want to peel the outside. If you aren't able to find fresh rhubarb at your local grocery store, a lot of places do have it during the summer months. You can actually find frozen rhubarb. I didn't even know that till this year. Or if you happen to have rhubarb growing, you could actually just cut up to pieces and throw it in your freezer. So I am just trying to peel the outside of it. I actually had a hard time. If you see me at some point, I kind of toss him behind me. That's my husband in the back. He was wearing his pajamas and relaxing by that point, so he's like, I don't want to be on tape. So he was, see, he just handed it to me. So he helped me a little bit because I was having a hard time. I think I was also really tired that evening. I don't know about you, but we are getting ready for school, and I've been back to school shopping and getting our desk ready, and my daughter's been fighting some really bad eczema. I don't know what's going on with her skin. I don't know if you guys have kids that have eczema issues and dry skin, but it's like an ongoing battle this summer for some reason. Maybe it's just so dry here. So you do want to take your rhubarb and cut it up into smaller pieces because you don't want to just get a huge bite. Yeah, so you're going to need 2 cups of rhubarb trimmed into like a 1/2-inch piece. And you're also going to need 2 cups of strawberries. I'm going to go over this recipe for the crumble. If you happen to find some great strawberries, they also would work with the same recipe. So instead of 2 cups of the peaches, you would just switch it out for 2 cups of strawberries. It would taste the same because I've actually used this recipe in the beginning of the summer, and I actually did make the exact same recipe with strawberries, and this time I made it with peaches. And you could, I haven't tried with frozen strawberries, but I'm thinking it would work. You would just have to let them thaw out so you don't get like the extra water from when you're de-thawing. I'm sure it would work just great too. But I happen to have both fresh. So the idea of this is to blanch your peaches. I'm trying to count out to see how long it would take. I actually tried it once. Okay, maybe I tried it 3 times because my husband was like, I don't think you need to put it in for that long. You have to, the idea he told me is to get them really hot and then cool them really quickly, and then the skin is supposed to like shrink, and then you're supposed to peel it. This is the idea. I tried it, oh my gosh, you guys, so many times. So many times. It was really bad. I think I tried it, I tried 10 seconds, 30 seconds. I tried it for a minute each. I really struggled getting the skin off this. Eventually it came off, but it did not come off like it was supposed to. My husband was like, you're having the worst time. Then I was like using a peeler. He's like, just use your paring knife. And I was like, I don't have those kind of skills. You know, he's like one of those people who uses a paring knife and just pull the skin right off and just peel it. I cannot do that yet. Maybe he needs to work on my knife skills. I think I say that all the time. Hello, John. Help me with my knife skills. Anyways, you need about, either way, it doesn't matter. Just get yourself, however you can get it off the skin and get it off, cut up, you need about 2 cups of peaches is all you need. I'm gonna let you know, this is the hardest part of the whole thing, is getting your peaches cut up. The easiest part is putting it together. I think this was the hardest part for me. It really is like a super, super fast dessert. If you are invited to someone's house at the last minute, or you're like, someone is coming over and they call you, you could get this made extremely fast. Especially, this was a little hard with peaches, and I don't have great knives, especially if you had, fresh strawberries, or you're better with your knife, okay? Because this took me a little bit longer. So you are needing to get a baking dish and just spray it with some spray. I don't know if it really gets stuck, but you're supposed to. About a 9x9, square pan that you can put into the oven. Okay, so here is my 2 cups of rhubarb, my 2 cups of peaches, and now we are going to get started on what we need to put inside. And we're going to start with a 1/2 cup of granulated sugar, and then we are going to do my salt, and you need about 1/8 of a teaspoon, so it's like the smallest little one on your thing, or just like a little pinch. Then we're going to do our cornstarch, which is 1.5 tablespoons. Y'all, I think some of my neighbors think, because they watch a lot of my videos, that I only eat healthy. I just want to let you know, I believe in balance. And so sometimes we have something sweet in our house. I think you should, eat healthy most of the time, but everybody needs dessert. Just putting it out there. And we do not eat healthy at our house all the time, even when me and my husband are trying to lose weight. So you are just going to take that and mix it all together. That's it. That is the base of it. Then we are going to start putting together our topping, which is 3/4 cup all-purpose flour. And then is 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar. Then 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Take me a little bit to get it out. And for some reason, this Saigon cinnamon, I've said it before, but I really do think it's just a tad sweeter. And then we're going to take 1/8 teaspoon of kosher salt. And 6 tablespoons of cold unsalted butter. I actually use salted butter, but the recipe I kind of follow. It's somebody else's recipe, but then I have kind of made it my own. I just use salted butter. It doesn't matter. I think most people use unsalted. I don't know. I like salted. I think it tastes better. Okay, this is the other tricky part of doing this. Start with one hand, and quickly I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to do this in 2 hands and just put my hand in front of the camera. You have to squish this all together to get your topping to come to the crumble to come together. You've got to like work the butter through with the flour and the sugar and brown sugar and cinnamon, and squish it all together until it becomes more of this work together into like a little crumble topping. You'll see, you don't want any big pieces of butter, so you just want to keep working it through. And then all you do is sprinkle it on top. This part you want to make sure that you evenly put it on. This is the other thing. So just get it on top and evenly put it on. I forgot to tell you in the beginning, you want to preheat your oven to 375 degrees and get it nice and hot. And you also want to put it like on a lined cookie sheet just in case. I can't imagine you have a boil over, but in case you forgot about it or whatever, because it is like going to make like a sugary syrup, you want to just put it on a baking sheet, and then you are just going to, you see that? I actually put myself, and when I opened the door, it hit my tripod. Okay, you're going to put it in the oven, and you are just going to watch it, and it's going to take about 45 minutes. You'll know because it's going to get kind of like golden brown, and it's going to be bubbly. You see? I will show you here in a second. You're going to know because it is bubbling. See it? Yes, my cameraman did good that night. And so it is bubbling, and they're just going to let it cool off. It doesn't take that long to cool off, by the way. It's not like a pie. So I think you can serve it right away. And the best way to serve it, I have found, is probably to serve it with some vanilla ice cream. there you go. I have it all served up and ready to try. Okay, we are back. I got some vanilla ice cream along with my peaches and my rhubarb crisp and crumble. Crisp is oatmeal. Crumble's with the other topping. Okay, let's give it a try. Wow, you guys, that's really good. You guys need to try this. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you give it a try. And we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.